to broadcast or record myself due to a terrible camcorder and things like that. So I figured I would just kind of podcast with a little video and a little gameplay, and maybe get something going here. So I'm going to mindlessly play Battlefield Hardline while I just discuss a few things that I've seen in social media and things like that. So let's hope I don't make a complete fool out of myself. I'll try and have a full-on conversation. Let's start off with, I know I'm way behind on the times, but there was a huge delay on Final Fantasy 15, which was kind of a shock to me because I really don't, I need to start, recognizing more what's going on in the industry and things like that, but it seems like, I was totally ready for an earlier release than November. So when I heard that November, I went to go see Kingsglaive, by the way, which was amazing. So if you haven't seen it yet and you're interested in the Final Fantasy 15 storyline, you need to see it hands down because it's going to pave the road of what the 15 game is going to be. It told a huge backstory of what's going on, and right when it ends is right when it begins in the game. I haven't been able to check out any of the anime or anything like that, so I'm or the web series, or they have a whole new universe that they've built. I haven't been able to check out any of that, so I can only imagine that it's going to be just as good, and just as promotional, if you will, for Final Fantasy 15. So, but no, I mean, just the sheer magnitude of what they've gone through to create this whole new universe has been, this isn't going to work out very well. So this is, I'm going to have to buy a webcam and just make a show. I'm going to have to just figure it out and go for it. And the tagline says, kill Busey, from the last time I tried to broadcast my gameplay and kill Gary Busey on Hitman. So that's obviously not the case anymore. So Kingsglaive, what a great movie. I can't remember his name, but Sean Bean's in it from GoldenEye and from a few different things. He's from Silent Hill, and what the hell is his name? He's from Breaking Bad. Everybody knows who I'm talking about right now. Everybody, but they both did a great job. And the girl from Game of Thrones, which I think Sean Bean's also from. I don't watch it. I know. I should. So that all is great. I'm really looking forward to that. And then let's talk a little bit about VR. It seems to be kind of a questionable thing. I know it's sold out in the areas around, Americas and things, but I have a friend in Canada that says that it's not going to do as well as we think it's going to do. So I know we have games like Until Dawn coming up. It's like the roller coaster simulator where you can actually pick your own course on the roller coaster, I guess. And then you also have Final Fantasy 15 is going to have some support. Resident Evil 7, which is a huge questionable thing to me in general because it does legitimately look like PT demo mixed with Outlast, which everybody's already said, so that's not original for me to say that, but it's true. Everybody's very true about that. I'm gonna need to find another game that I cannot die at and I can just play nonchalantly, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. Let's just I'll keep going, just don't judge me. Also, alright, so we got PSVR coming out. The iPhone 7. Okay, I just read some stuff about the iPhone 7, and it has 256 gigabytes memory. Now, okay, just so you all know, I have a little Cricket. Okay, no joke, it's a little Cricket because I broke. It's actually within grasp here. I shattered the hell out. I don't even know if you can tell. It is destroyed, and the digitizer broke also. So that being said, my Note 5 is destroyed and I can't fix it because I don't have enough money right now. So I bought a Cricket. My Cricket only has 8 gigabytes of memory with expandable memory, and I only have a 2 gigabyte card. That means that I literally only have 10 of memory. Who in God's earth needs 256 gigabytes of memory? Who needs all that? Nobody. That's so many apps, it's ridiculous. I couldn't even that's like pages of apps. Let's check out my score. I'm going after the unicorn. How about that? I'm going to go after Gentle Pegasus, which means I have 11 more matches just to sit through. So I won't even worry about playing. I'll just worry about not getting kicked out. Yeah, so I just, what are your thoughts on that? The front-facing camera is 7 megapixels. The back camera is it's a dual aperture. I only read it once, so I don't remember all the specs of it, but it seems like it's a pretty impressive phone. But I don't know if it's going to be worth the jump. The processor's obviously been boosted up, but when are we as consumers, those that don't need the latest and greatest, gonna say enough is enough and not update a $500 phone every 365 days? I mean, me myself, I wouldn't get the Note 7, not only because it blows up in your pocket, but I don't need it because the Note 5 is like, it's so good, I don't need anything else. It's got the Pro feature on the camera from Android, which is great because you can set all your different features, aperture, your exposure level. I mean, you can do everything on this phone. So I think we're gonna get to the point to where it's gonna just be, what the hell do we need this for? The camera is the main thing because a lot of people, as myself, would be broadcasting from my phone because I actually do have a live stream version of there's a share version on my camera to YouTube. So that's probably how I do it because I can actually share in 1080p. YouTube only broadcasts in 720, but I mean, that's okay. It would still be worth it, instead of using the PlayStation camera to try to talk to you guys about what's going on. But yeah, I don't know if we're gonna need to keep upgrading iPhones. It'll be interesting. Those people that want to get just the newest thing are going to definitely be in line. And Apple fanatics, which I don't use lightly because truly they are. I'm not an Android fanatic. I just like Android. I mean, oh, I forgot I'm not supposed to be killing anybody. Crap. So I didn't kill him. That's good. But so we'll see how this pans out. I think that, obviously there are fanboys of Apple and there are fanboys of Android that are just going to stick to what they know and stick to what they enjoy. So I don't know if Apple will do anything that's going to say, here's why you should switch over. And I'm going to go, damn, Apple, you nailed it. And I don't need Android anymore. But I'm just so used to everything, and so we'll see. Speaking of fanboys, this is old news, but the new Nintendo Entertainment System, the one that fits in your hand, I don't know if I would get. Yeah, my KD's gonna totally be shot unless I find somewhere to hide. I don't know if I would get it. What I want to happen is I want there to be a whole line of minis. Like yeah, that's a great concept, and I love it. It's HDMI, and it's USB for the controller, and all this kind of stuff. And I just think that if they create a SNES Mini, a Sega Mini, hell, even at this day and age, a Dreamcast Mini would be amazing. I'd play House of the Dead 2. I'd get another light gun. I mean, who wouldn't? So I would like to see them kind of just push that entire thing because we know that it's not going to, and we all have emulators and ROMs. It's not going to take them a lot of money. What are you going to get, a plastic mold, pump out a few shells, and put the ROM and emulator in there with an HDMI port? It's not going to take but pennies on the dollar for you guys to make that sort of thing and give it to us. So that would be interesting to me to see everybody go with some sort of throwback so we can just kind of hook it up during a party, play it, and just kind of have some fun without having to blow in the cartridge, which is bad for the cartridge because the humidity and the moisture of your breath go on that. But yeah, it would just be cool to be able to hook it up and play for a couple seconds without having to run a ROM or an emulator and things like that. So we'll see if anybody jumps on that wagon. I don't know what the sales are for that right now, so it'll be interesting to see. I haven't researched it, but I don't even think it's out yet, is it? It's not even out yet. I think it's just coming out. There's been a lot of notes on it that have fluttered around. So What else do we got going on? We have Resident Evil: The Final Chapter. Let's just run over the movies real quick. Resident Evil: The Final Chapter is finally coming out, and I don't know if they took too long to keep everybody interested, and I don't even know if they remember the last scene that they gave us, because I watched the trailer, and I don't think that the trailer is going to pick up where the movie left off. The spoiler alert. Mute it if you haven't seen it yet. Okay, so no, I think that I don't think it's going to end up in the White House with all those zombies around them, with Wesker and everybody on the same team, because that's kind of what we were left with. That everybody was like, "Shit, this is gonna be a problem, and we're all gonna help and fight at the same time." It looks like she's back on her motorcycle. That's awesome. That's kind of her shtick, and it looks decent. I just want some closure at this point. I don't care how bad the movie is. I just want to know what happens. It's been years since that movie has come out, and we are owed that as people that have paid upwards to $7.50 to $15.50 to go see every single one of them that they came out with. That doesn't even follow the game storyline. It's just a zombie movie. So that'll be interesting. Not to mention, in 7 days from today, Blair Witch resurfaces into theaters. That does look surprisingly good. I think I'm going to go see it. And, you know, I just think it's time, because they redid Evil Dead, and then the creators from Evil Dead came out with Don't Breathe, which I heard was amazing. I have not seen it myself yet. So I think we're going to start seeing a lot of these old school horrors come back in a gruesome way, and I hope that's true. I don't know if Blair Witch is going to have anything like you know, Saw-ish or gruesome-ish like Evil Dead, but they could, and it would still hold the public's attention. I'm sure of it, because the found footage is done, and while this is a found footage movie, they're gonna need to change it a little bit, because the name itself is going to be nostalgic, so we can go see it. But if it's like Suicide Squad and it flops on the first weekend, then it's not going to hold the longevity of a good movie. So hopefully they add some good visuals that are like, wow, I remember that from Blair Witch, because that I think that's what, in my opinion, it is what we're looking for. So yeah, that's kind of the movie aspect. And you know what? Let's just say real quick, because I keep panning to my movies to look for, like, this is just something I'm trying randomly to broadcast and just get a podcast out, if you will, of just thoughts that I've been having. Gene Wilder, you know what? Growing old sucks. Anybody that's my age in their late 20s, and even... No, I won't even say even younger, because younger people don't know. Honestly, they don't. People hardly know Gene Wilder past, 27, unless their parents actually raised them on that kind of comedy and those types of films, Mel Brooks and things like that. But it's a lost cause. We're getting older, and people are going to start dying. And they already have been. Robin Williams, and just legends, and music legends too. Prince. It's just gonna keep happening. So, yeah, I know you're like listing off 1,000 other people that have died since our age has started, but I'm just kind of going with it. I don't want to spend too much time on it. So that sucks. Gene Wilder is the most recent shock. So rest in peace, brother. You are hilarious. You were a genius. Let's move on to Battlefield 1, which I actually have a ton of gameplay on. What do you think of it? Did you play the beta? Did you watch the videos? Did you watch my videos? Did anything pique your interest? I know everybody was about horseback riding. Everybody wanted to ride the fucking horse. I get it. That's awesome. But the horse was such the tiniest light bulb in the entire store of light bulbs that were fantastic. I mean, you have the Behemoth train, which literally has been a game changer in some of the matches I played, and then you have you got a lot of not weaponry, because we didn't get that much, but we have a lot of tanks and cars. We have a lot of vehicles. So I'm just curious to see how the other maps play, because I guess that's one of the biggest ones, is that the Sinai Desert, or however you pronounce it, they released that one to us, and it's huge. And so we'll see how that plays out in smaller maps. Are they going to nix some vehicles because the maps are too small? Are there any small maps? I haven't personally looked at what maps are due to release. I just saw that the latest news was they're taking requests on what maps they want in the beta, which makes me think, are they going to release like a 2-day beta with a new map real quick before the game comes out so we can play it? Hopefully, because I was in it. Like, I loved every minute of it. The gameplay is completely different from this in Hardline, so that was a lot of fun. It seems like it's a slower gameplay, which is nice because this game is seriously flawed. The like in this map, you can just pinch somebody right at their spawn points and just spawn point kill for 20 minutes, you know, and that's not fun for either team. So, yeah, that's coming out. And then Hitman just got a release date, which is going to be January 30th. It comes with a steelbook. If you pre-order it, you're going to get the soundtrack. You're going to get the bonuses, just like the Blood Money bonuses with the suit and the duck and all that kind of stuff. Is it worth it to get the suit and the duck? No, not really. The soundtrack is pretty amazing because I feel it's a pretty powerful orchestra that did that. But more so, it sucks because I was so impatient myself. And if you have seen any of the videos that I broadcasted before, there are a few attempts at Morocco. And I don't know why I don't think I mentally committed to it while I was playing. I should sit down, maybe with the camera off, and then do some sort of voiceover if I'm going to try to describe what I'm doing. But the game's great. But I just hit, I think, my 59th platinum, you know, and I'm not going to get a platinum if I keep doing the episodes. So while I've spent $30, I might pump the brakes. I heard the next maps are going to be United States, Japan, and there's one more I think I'm forgetting, and there's a couple bonus missions, but you know, there's still bigger and better to be had, and I don't know if I'm going to keep going with the episodic releases because I've definitely got my fix of Hitman for now, because now once we're getting into the fourth quarter, we're going to see Battlefield 1 come out, we're going to see Final Fantasy come out. I'm not going to need to get that one episode just to tide me over, because it was a slower third quarter of video game industry. So I think that was good. I don't mind paying $30 to get me through to the next jump of games. Like I said, this is just all from memory, from a live broadcast standpoint. I don't really know what else is going on right now. There's a lot going on. Oh, hey, let's say happy birthday to PlayStation 1, which was in 1995. So PlayStation 1 is, I don't know how old because I'm not good at math. If you watched my last video talking about Celsius to Fahrenheit, not Celsius. What the hell? No, Celsius to Fahrenheit. I don't do well in math. But then it's funny because it's PlayStation 1's birthday, and my grandma texted me because I used to watch Blue's Clues as a kid, and maybe not so much as a kid, maybe like a teenager too. That's besides the point. Blue's Clues' birthday is today too. It's 20 years old, and Dreamcast's birthday is today. It's from 1998. So we have a ton of stuff that came out today, September 9th, in. Not to get too weird because I said came out, but most importantly, it's my mother's birthday, so happy birthday, Mom. I'm glad you just moved down to Florida. It's an awesome thing. So there's a shout out to a little bit of my family. She had one hell of a trip coming down, so welcome to Florida, and welcome to rain. Lots of rain. And I'm just gonna go with random stuff. I just saw that Walt Disney World, is already starting their Halloween parties. It's September 9th. Do you guys remember what day Halloween is? Yes, October 31st. It's at the end of the month of October. sorry, Devil's Night, Halloween. They blend really well together in Detroit, though you don't want to go out on Devil's Night because I don't even think that's a thing. Does anybody know of Devil's Night? It's Halloween's Eve, and it's where you just go wreak havoc. People burn cars to toilet paper trees. Put baloney on cars. We just do rude, illegal things. Not we as a city. I don't know. They call it Angels Night now. They changed it a long time ago. So Angels Night is now what it's called, to try to deter people from being malicious, which I don't know if it's helped. I haven't heard anything about it. So that's Angels Night and Halloween. Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, no, come on. It's September 9th. Stop it. Because you know what? As soon as that happens, we're going to see Santa in the store, and then all of a sudden you're going to have pumpkins and Santa together, and this is an ongoing debate that we're just starting too early every single year. Just wasted a bullet, which I didn't even need. No, let me know what you think about the holidays, because it seems like not only is Christmas and Halloween being rushed, it's not being enjoyed by it being rushed, because as soon as that day is over, everything's gone. It's like finished. And I don't need things to I don't need like Christmas stuff to like hang out throughout, after Christmas. But it just seems like they mark off everything like 75%. Everybody buys it for next year, and then people don't really live in the moment. Everybody's so quick to go to the next thing, which would be New Year's. But I would like to see people just enjoy the season more so than the holiday, and the holiday is a bonus in my opinion, the day. So that's my take on holidays. And yeah, I won't be buying a fall wreath until October 1st, because it's not fall, in my opinion. Especially in Florida, it's still 87 degrees. We don't have leaves that change, but we definitely don't need to have scarecrows and different colored leaf wreaths on doors right now. Let's see, what else is going on? I don't know. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot that I've covered. I'm just excited for the fourth quarter. Hopefully people start to watch. I think this is how I'm gonna end up trying to reach any of you that are interested in my broadcasts and things like that. So hopefully I just keep looking at the time because I don't have a clock in front of me. Just the guy that I play with Battlefield a lot. So if you hear that other guy's voice, he's messaging me right now. So, yeah. So I mean, it's that was. I got a few more minutes here before I close out. I don't know what else to talk about, and I'm going for the Pegasus unicorn achievement, so I might as well I'll end this at 12 minutes, because that'll be the end of the round, and that'll be another notch on the belt towards that medal, towards that assignment. So it would be interesting to see Halloween Horror Nights this year. I don't know if anybody's from the East or West Coast, but Halloween Horror Nights does start in a couple weeks. They're starting a lot later than Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which is a good thing, because I know that the masses want to do it, but for locals, it's just a lot. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to do 2 months, September to the end of October, and that's a lot, So, a couple weeks, we have Halloween Horror Nights starting at Universal Studios, and that's going to be very awesome. There's a few no-name houses. There's also going to be The Exorcist, The Walking Dead, again, which is better than having it all Walking Dead, because a few years there have been so much Walking Dead references, you're like, I get it. Like, I don't even need to watch the show. I've never watched The Walking Dead. So, Walking Dead, The Exorcist, and American Horror Story seasons 1 through 3 are going to make a appearance, which is interesting because I only watched season 1, which I heard I'm missing out. But I got distracted, so I don't know. That being said, I did start watching The Strain from FX. That show is great. If you guys want to watch something that is intriguing, every episode leaves you on the edge of the cliff. I mean, it's seriously well written. The character progression's great. The storyline is slow enough to where it's not like apocalyptic right when it happens. You know, it doesn't start in the middle. Of this the infection. It starts at the very beginning. I've enjoyed it a lot. So that's probably what I'll watch as soon as I get off here, because they're just now starting season 3, and I am just now ending season 1. Yes, so, and on a random note, what else am I working on? I'm working on I Am Setsuma, which, thank you, Brian, shout out to you for that great birthday gift, because that is a huge throwback to old RPGs, and it's not even JRPGs, it's just RPGs in general, in my opinion. You have your party on the screen, and they all follow each other, and you can see every character. When you change your weapons, the weapons change on their body, so those little things that aren't important, but the attention to detail is nice. So as you change, your sword, which is really all that changes, because you don't have armor, you have talismans, but those are just for your magic. But as you change your swords, they change throughout the game, and then they are actually in the battles with you. So thank you for doing that, Square Enix. That was nice of you. But let me tell you what's not nice about you. All the end game shit that I have to go through has been a lot, and I platinumed Final Fantasy 13, which took me hours. I feel like I'm nearing the same amount of hours as Final Fantasy 13. You literally, thankfully, you have an airship, and you can fly around, but there's no overworld map. There's no map of the temples you've previously gone into, and each time you go to a new area and return to the said area, you have respawned monsters, and no matter how strong you are, they don't just whoosh it like Earthbound. You can't just automatically win. So that's a waste of time. It seriously is so time consuming to do stuff like that. But it's been great. I mean, the end of the story was awesome. No spoilers here, because it's still kind of new, so I don't know if anybody's still playing it, but the story was good. There was like one little twist in the middle, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I got to the end, and I was like, okay, all right. You did not hint towards any of that. So I just have to beat the last boss and do a few other Monster Hunter trophies, but that should be my next platinum, which should be good. I will take requests on platinums. Actually, I should do that to see what people think is difficult and or impossible, because I feel I've done the impossible amongst my trophies. I'm just setting off car alarms now. Amongst some of my platinums, it would be not Marvel. No. It's MK versus DC. That was the worst platinum I've ever had, because I'm not a fighter. You know, I don't play fighting games a lot, so that was hard to do all the trophies at the end. But I'm all up for a challenge. I'm definitely down for it. And just let me know in the comments. I have a few more minutes left. And I think that will round out, the better half of about 40 minutes. So hopefully... Yeah, ADD just kicked in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the little podcast. Oh, whoa. Really? Is he up top? I don't know. Hopefully you enjoyed the podcast, the video cast, whatever you want to call it. And I will try to have more researched information and more structure. I just wanted to give it a try to see if people liked it. So hopefully you guys did. And I will see you soon. I'll talk to you soon. Leave anything in the comments below. I don't have a Twitch. I'm just using YouTube as my main source right now, because YouTube is pretty reliable, and I don't know, I like the way that it's structured. You know, non-gamers don't know Twitch, and so if anybody that I know in my family, for quick instance, wants to see anything, they're not going to know like how to go to Twitch or where to go and things. So any comments below, please subscribe. It's going to only get better from here. This is just something I'm trying. Like, if you watch the first episode of Game On, it's me in front of a screen with a very terrible old school camera, talking about my aspirations to start a YouTube channel. So I'm just going to keep going. Bear with me. I just got a new pretty good job, so hopefully that will generate more income and I can commit more to this. You guys have a great day, and keep going, get the trophies, and just have fun. All right, later.